Hey, how are you guys doing? I'm out of breath. I was trying to rush to get to my phone so that I could do this 11:30 Tuesday live. I'm 1 minute late. Y'all, please forgive me, but y'all, we got a word today. We have a word today. How are y'all doing? I want to just go ahead and jump on in this message for the day. Hey there, Angela, how you doing, sis? I want to take us, for those of you, you may or may not be a fan of football, but I'm sure you can connect to football season. There is a rush that's in the air. There's an excitement. There's an energy. Football is considered the sport that brings people together. It's where you can have people that are in a stadium, and they can be black, they can be white, they can be Hispanic, Mexican, Japanese, African. They can be a man, they can be a female, they can be children, adults, seniors. Football is the American sport, they call it, because it's the one place where you can bring all people together and they have this common goal. At the end of the day, they come into that stadium, they get in front of that TV, they turn that switch, they go to the different locations so that they can watch the game, because what they're trying to determine is who's going to win. Who is going to be the person that scores the most points? And I want to take you to, I was watching a video with a group of friends on yesterday, and this video had this clip of this play that took place. In this clip, hey there, Anthony, how you doing, big brother? In this clip, there were two teams. Now, y'all know I got my visuals. We had one team that had the red on, and the other team had the white on. And the team that had the red on, y'all, they had the football in hand. The guy had the football in hand, and he was running in his red shirt. He's just running, and he's running towards the touchdown line. And y'all, the crowd is standing up. They're going wild. It's excitement in the air. Y'all know the energy of the football game. The people are cheering. They're like, you can do this. And he's steady, and he's going, and he's got his football in his hand. And he gets right before the line, that line. Now, some of y'all may not, y'all need to know what's going on the field. They get right before that line where you cross over. The line means the end zone. The line is where you actually get the point. The line is what you got to get over so that it matters. So the guy is running. He's running in his red shirt. Y'all, he gets right at the line, and in his excitement, he's running. He thinks that he's across the line, but he's actually not. He drops the football in excitement. He has on his red shirt. He does this. He begins to beat his chest. He looks up at the crowd. He's doing all of this. The other players that are on the team that have on the red shirt, they run behind him. They doing the touchdown symbol. Y'all know how the touchdown thing looks, and everybody is going wild. But then the other team in the white shirt, the other team, good morning, friend. The other team in the white shirt, they're standing there right at the field goal line, right? They're standing there, and they realize, because somebody was paying attention. I'm going somewhere with this morning. Y'all hang in there with me. Somebody on the opposite team was paying attention. We had this guy in his red shirt, and he was running his football, and he's running it, and right before he crosses the line, hey there, Q, he drops the football, and he begins to celebrate. The person that was in the white team stands back, and he begins to observe, because he was watching the guy run. He was watching and saw that he dropped that football before he crossed over. Hey there, Miss Nancy. So the guy in the white jersey, he picks up the football. And not only does he pick up the football, the crowd, again, they're roaring, they're excited, they're cheering, they're getting loud, because they thought that the other team scored the point. What they didn't realize is that he dropped the ball before he crossed the line. The one that was paying attention on the opposite team, however, hey there, Miss Sand, in the white t-shirt, white jersey. In the white jersey, he picks up the ball, and he begins running in the other direction. Now, here's the thing. He's running, and he's running hard. And the crowd, of course, the cameras are now looking at, well, what is he doing? And the crowd is beginning to, they went from cheering to there's this silence. The silence is watching, because people are trying to understand, why is this person running in the opposite direction? Didn't the team in the red shirt just score the touchdown? And he doesn't care that people that he doesn't have the cheers behind him, because nobody's cheering. The stadium in this football clip is silent. Nobody's cheering. People are confused. They don't understand, why is he moving? Why is he going? Why is he going? He's crossing this yard, and he's crossing the next yard, and he's running running with all his might. He's running and he's going, and the crowd is silent, and they're just looking, and the guy crosses the line on the other side. He crosses the line on the other side and scores the touchdown. Roderick, what's going on? Let me set this up for you. Let me bring it into today and tell you what's going on. You see, what happened is the guy in the red shirt, he was in position. He was moving. He had the strategy down pat, but he got right down to the end and he dropped the ball. You see, last week I came to you and I said, don't quit. I told you I need to get you to get your head in the game. And see what happened, the excitement from the crowd, the roar, and he didn't realize that he got right there at the line, and in his excitement, he dropped the ball. Now, I want to talk about the guy in the white shirt, but what the Lord was showing me, you know the Lord talks to me in examples. He's like, let's not dismiss the learning that you can get out of the red shirt before we rush over here. You see, what I learned as I watched the guy in the red shirt is some of you, and if it's not you, it's somebody that you may come in contact with, they got on their red shirt. They got on their red shirt, they got the ball in hand. The ball looks like I finally got the job. The ball looks like I finally got the engagement ring. The ball looks like I finally got this position, this title. The ball looks like I finally got the LLC to start the business. The ball looks like, you know what, I finally decided that I'm going to work on my health. I'm going to get in that gym. I'm going to walk the park. I'm going to come up with a strategy so that I can be better, so that I can work on the inside, not just look good on the outside. The ball looks like, you know what, we're going to do what we need to do. Maybe we need to go to counseling. Maybe we need to get some support. The ball looks like, you know what, let me go ahead and lay out a plan for my finances. I know I need to cut back on this and I need to cut back on that. The ball looks like you got it in hand and you got it in motion. You got this plan. But when I looked at the red shirt right before they were getting ready to cross the line, right in the fourth quarter of the game, it was seconds left on the clock, right when they should have been able, the red shirt, to celebrate and say, you know what, we got it, we made it, we scored, we won. The person got so excited and distracted in paying attention to the line that was in front of him that you're almost there, honey, but you ain't crossed the line yet, that he dropped Angela the ball. And I said, Lord, Holy Spirit, speak to me. He said, speak to my individuals, speak to my children, my sons and my daughters. It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter what race you are. It doesn't matter your gender. It doesn't matter your age. Each and every one of us have a goal. We have a plan. There's something. It's October that we want to complete and finish and accomplish before this year is out. And today I want to remind you, don't drop the ball. Some of you are almost there. Some of you paid attention last week and you said, you know what, Tab, I'm not going to quit. I'm going to get my head in the game, honey. And you're excited. You got you're pumped. The crowd is cheering you on. Your family is saying, go get it, sis. Your brothers are saying, baby, you can do it. You got parents saying, I'm in your corner. You got friends saying, I got your back. And the excitement is there. You got the support that you need, but you must stay focused. Goals, friend, you got it. There are goals that you set. And Nancy, what I want to remind you of is finish it. Don't drop the ball. You've come too far to get to the last part, the last quarter of the year. Hey, Jerome in the house, and drop the ball, baby. Don't drop the ball. You got November. You got December, and honey, we're not done with October yet. You got 2.5 months to go. Don't drop the ball. I got glue in my hand. Jerome, I like it. You're speaking my language, sir. What is it that you know that you need to get accomplished this year? What goal did you set maybe back in January when you said, you know what, 2021 is going to be a better 2021 than it was a 2020? What did you decide? What did you put pen and paper to? What did you tell somebody, hold me accountable to? What did you have a conversation and a prayer with God on? Some of you have had some deep conversations. Some of you have cut some things out of your life and you've let some people go because you realized that it was not going to get you where you needed to go. And I want to remind you, stay the course. Baby, don't drop the ball. You see, as I looked at this team, the team was, and I pulled out a shirt, and on this shirt it says Super Bowl. You see, the particular a team that was playing this game that was in the red shirt. The red shirt team, they were slated to go to the Super Bowl. The red shirt team was the team that was supposed to be the better of the two. The red shirt team was the one that people were betting on. The people that the people put their money on. Y'all know how y'all be doing in fantasy footballs, not me, but some of y'all. You know, the red shirt team was the one that everybody said, that's the team that's going to do it. That's the team that's going to make it. Just like some of us, some people are looking at us and they're like, that's the person that's going to open that business. No, that's the person that's going to close that account. No, that's the person right there that's going to write that book. Oh, that's the person right there. They're going to lose that weight. That's the person that's going to make the relationship work. People are looking at you. They're watching you. They're cheering for you because you're that person. And what I want to remind you is you got to stay focused. Don't get in the position and not see it through. Baby, don't drop the ball. But then there's another side to this story. All I can say is touchdown. There's another side, because what we know is that the red shirt didn't see it through. But can I talk to some of you that may not have started off as well as you wanted to this year? Because I told you there's another team. There's this white shirt team as well. And the Lord began to give me some learnings up out of this white shirt team. Some of you did not start off as strong as you wanted to this year. Some of you had to deal with some deaths. Some of you had to deal with bereavement. Some of you have some situations going on in your job and it's not where you want it to be. Some of you are dealing with some stuff with your family and with your health and with your loved ones. Some of you dealing with things that are just beyond your control, and in your mind you're watching everybody else. It seems like they're running their game. It seems like they're engaged. It seems like folks are singing their praises. It seems like they're scoring and they're moving and they're shaking and they're making things happen, and you're just watching them run down the field. But I don't need you to be the observer. Can I tell you this morning that the Lord sent me to tell you, baby, you still got time to put some points on the field. You still got time to make that scoreboard sing. You still got time to complete the goals that you set out. See, here's the thing. In watching everybody else, if you're going to be a watcher, if you're going to be the person that says, well, this person did this and this person over here is doing that, baby, don't just watch in observation and compare yourself to say, well, they doing better than me. No, that's that grasshopper mentality. We talked about grasshoppers before. Baby, you're a giant. If you're seeing somebody else do stuff that you want to do, let that be your motivation, LaWanda. Let it be the thing that says, if they can do it, I can do it too. The same God that has them on a trajectory is the same God that's with me. The same God that's helping them to get the house and to get the car and to get the job and get in a better relationship and to increase their finances and to work on their health. The same God that's on their side is the same God that's on my side. So what I'm saying to you, Denise, is instead of doing this thing where oftentimes we can start to compare. And Anthony, we can't compare in this season. What we need to do is pay attention. I told y'all last week, don't get to this place where you lose focus and you get distracted. No, I need you to pay attention. You see, Q, what was going on is the guy that had on the white shirt was watching the guy that had on the red shirt. And he saw the guy in the red shirt running. He saw that everybody was singing his praises. He saw the guy get all the way to the touchdown line. He saw that if he would have crossed that line with the ball in hand, Q, that he would have scored. And not only would he have scored, but they would have won the game. He saw all of that, but he also saw that the ball got dropped. He saw an opportunity. He saw that, wait a minute, nobody's paying attention, but I see this right here. He saw that I need to just grab and seize the opportunity. Some of you need to just seize the opportunity. Some of you are waiting for permission to say, can I get the ball up off the ground? Today is your permission. Today is God saying, go for it. Today is God reminding you that you got half a month of October. You got still the whole month of November. You got the whole month of December. Baby, you are in the fourth quarter of your life, and I need you to look for every opportunity and seize it. And when you seize it, it's not enough to just grab the ball. Oh, that's not enough. It's not enough to hold the opportunity and look at it and say, okay, God, you finally blessed me with it. You finally gave me the job. You finally gave me the position. You finally gave me the mate. You finally gave me the book. You gave me the LLC. You gave me the extra money. No, it's not enough to just seize the ball and seize the opportunity. Baby, you got to make a play. You got to run. You got to get in motion. You got to do something with this. The question that I have for you is, in this 2.5 months left of 2021, baby, what are you going to do? Are you going to score? Are you going to complete your goals? Are you going to finish the plans? Are you going to go and run with all of your might? Are you going to cross that finish line with ball in hand? Does it matter if no one is singing your praises? Does it matter that maybe the crowd has gone silent? Baby, when people get silent, don't look at it as a negative. Look at it as they're shocked. How is it? What is she doing? What is he doing? Where is he going? Why is he doing that? Baby, I need you to stay focused. Sometimes you need silence. Sometimes you don't need everybody in your corner saying you can do it. You need the silence so that you can just focus on you and the Lord. You need the silence so that you can stay focused on what's in front of you. You need to be able to say, in this silence, I can do all things through Christ that gives me strength. In this silence, God, you said that I'm the head and I'm not the tail. In this silence, you said that I'm a lender and not a borrower. In this silence, you said, God, that every tongue that rises up against me, you will slam it down to the ground and condemn it. In this silence, Lord, you are my biggest cheerleader. You are my loudest fan. God, in this silence, I know you got my back. In this silence, I'm not just going to start the LLC. I'm going to be the best business owner there is. In this silence, I'm not going to just write the book. This book is going to change people's life for the better. In this silence, I'm not just going to get the job. I'm going to be the best person in this position, and I'm going to make a difference in this organization. In this silence, I'm going to go ahead and marry that person that, God, you put in my life. And it's not just going to be an ordinary covenant. It's not going to be an ordinary union. No, we're going to make some things happen. We're going to grow old happily together. In this silence, God, you gave me an opportunity to pick up the ball where I dropped it with my children, and we're going to rebuild this relationship. In this silence, God, you gave me the opportunity to pick up the ball, and I'm not on my deathbed. I'm not laying in a hospital. God, you brought me up out of sickness and illness and disease, and I'm going to run like my Y'all know I get excited. It's time out for watching everybody else and assessing how they're doing and watching the big screens of their life and their achievements. There's nothing wrong with other people doing stuff, but baby, don't you dare forget that God has equipped you. He's blessed your hands. He's given you strength in your mind. And why do I say strength in your mind? Your mind is strong enough to tell you you can do it if you'll just stay focused on the goal at hand. Some of you don't like the job that you're in. Change it. Take this fourth quarter. It's not enough to get the resume together. Baby, apply for the job. And it's not enough to apply for the job. Baby, show up on the interview and be all of that in a bag of chips. It's not only good enough to just get the job. When you get there, make yourself indispensable. Make them say, God, I'm glad that you're on this team. It's not enough to get halfway there. God, we got to see it through. Hey there, Crystal says, we got to see it through. So the question I have for you, you got 2 months and a half a month of October. What are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? Are you going to finish this year strong? Are you going to finish this year strong and put yourself in a position so that when January 1st, 2022 comes, you're exactly where you want to be? Are you big and bad enough to have faith that's just stupid and radical that says, you know what, I know that it might look like I'm not about to score, but I got a God that is looking at my situation and he breathed all over me and he said, baby, I gave you the breath of life. Live. Are you willing to live? Are you willing to live out loud? Are you willing to live like this is the only life that you got? Are you willing to live like this isn't a dress rehearsal? Are you willing to live, Randy, like you may not get a do-over and you may not get another opportunity? This may be truly the opportunity of a lifetime. Are you ready? And if you're ready, what I need you to do is don't talk about it, honey. Be about it. See, what I love about that guy that had on the white shirt, he didn't have time to say, wait a minute, let's blow the whistle so I can get to the sideline and check in with my coach and check in with the team and say, how we going to run this play? He didn't have time to say, can somebody pause the game and make sure, can we roll the cameras back to see if he actually dropped the ball and see if I have permission to pick it up? See, he was skilled for this. He was trained for this. Every time he went to football practice, it was a training. Every time he showed up for spring training, it was a training. Every time he went in that weight room, in that gym room, and he changed his diet, it was a training. Every opportunity when he sat down with his coach and they say, let's run the strategies and let's look at the film and the highlight tape. Every conversation, every moment, every bit of energy, every fiber was setting him up for this opportunity, LaWanna, to see an opportunity and to seize it. Some of you have been training for this moment all your life. You've been through enough coaching sessions. You've been through enough, or if this happens, then this happens. You've been through enough. Let me call and get permission. Let me call and see, what do you think? Let me get your opinion. You've had enough conversations with God, and God is telling me to tell you today, seize the opportunity. Are you willing not only to finish, but to put your name up on the scoreboard? Are you willing to say, you know what? I know you thought that you was going to win, but you wasn't watching me. See, you was watching what you thought you was going to do, but you didn't realize that I was in the background, Randy. I was in the background, and I said, as soon as you make a mistake, as soon as you drop that ball, as soon as the opportunity presents itself, as soon as God says go, as soon as God says right, as soon as God says claim it, as soon as God says pay it, as soon as God says buy it, as soon as God says fix it, as soon as God says move, I'm in. Are you ready? Because you may not have the opportunity to check in with somebody. Are you ready? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, all the way up to today, was God letting life get you ready for the next opportunity. It wasn't an accident. Everything that you've been looking at, and sometimes you watch things and again, it looked like the other team was winning. It looks like everybody else was starting their business and getting in relationships and getting their health together and writing a book and trying a new position and relocating to this state and closing on this house and driving this new car. You've been watching everybody else and you thought that you weren't on the winning team. You thought that opportunity had passed you by. Oh, baby, this morning I'm here to remind you. Last week I said, don't stop. Get your head in the game. And this week I want to tell you, take it to the next level. You're in the fourth quarter of your life. You're in the fourth quarter of your life, baby. What I need you to do is pick up the ball and make a play. And not just make a play, put your name on the scoreboard. Put your name on the scoreboard. Somebody is standing by silently. It could be your children. It can be your grandchildren. It might be your siblings. It might be your parents. It might be your loved one, your spouse, your friends. It even could be your hater. Somebody is in the sidelines of your life and they're speechless because they're trying to figure out who made you such a giant of a person that you think that you can make something happen with nothing. Somebody is trying to figure out, how do you keep on taking a lick and you keep on ticking? Somebody is trying to figure out, how do you keep making ends meet? Somebody is trying to figure out, oh my God, are they about to do it? Are they about to make this happen? Did they just snatch the ball off the ground and run and score? Somebody's watching you. Make it worth the observation. Oh, that came from you, Holy Spirit. Make it worth the observation. If they're going to pause if they're going to take time out of their day to watch what you're doing, to pay attention to your every move, to try to figure out your strategy, baby, make it worth the observation. Somebody's trying to figure out, well, wait a minute, and you're their encouragement. If sister girl can get through this rebound, and if sister girl can get through this broken heart, and if brother man can get out of this hole, and if brother can deal with this right here, maybe the same God that we serve that says he's no respecter of person is saying, baby, you can do it too. Maybe you can do it too. Honey, if they're going to watch you, give them something to observe. Don't waste their time. The worst thing that could ever happen, let me go back to football mode. The worst thing that could ever happen is you go to a football game. You pay your money and you get into a stadium. You pay your money and you got season tickets. The worst thing that could happen is you carve out time and you drive to the sports bar. You drive to the location. Y'all calm down. I said sports bar. You drive to go see the game. The worst thing that could happen is you pay the little cable bill so that you can watch your NFL team perform and they get there and it's a boring game. Oh my God, that's just, it gets under my skin. Randy, it makes me itch to spend all of that time, first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, and it's just a boring game. Nobody's scoring. The people act like they have never been to practice. They act like they're not even engaged in the game. You're wondering, do you have a coach? You're wondering, is this Pee Wee League? You're trying to understand, I done put this investment and I'm here because I came to see something and you don't even perform. Baby, if they gonna watch you, give them something to observe. Make it worth their time. Make it worth the observation. Put some points on the scoreboard. It's time out for measuring what you think you can do by what you see others do. It's time out for trying to question how far you can go based off of what somebody else said. It's time out. That part, Crystal, thank you, sis. It's time out for us trying to limit ourselves. See, when I told you last week, get your head in the game, get your head in the game means get rid of that negativity. And we don't have time for that. We in the fourth quarter. Get rid of that, I can't do it, but let the buts go. We don't have time, baby. We in the fourth quarter. Get rid of that, well, I don't have this and I don't have that. Don't you know that God has everything? Connect to the source, baby. We don't have time. We in the fourth quarter. It's time out for all of that pessimistic negativity. Poke a hole in everything. It's time out. We don't have time for that. Baby, what we need to do now is execute. We need to win. We need to get our name on the board. We need to make it happen. We need to show why God decided that we should be a part of the land of the living. We need to do what we're supposed to do and do it well. We need to do it with all our might. We need to do it when we don't feel like doing it. We need to do it when it's hard. We need to do it when it's unpopular. We need to do it when people are looking at us trying to figure out what we're doing. Hey, they're Cree. It's time out. You got it, sis, for excuses. It's time for us to shine. This little light of mine, I don't know why it came to my mind. I'm going to let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Baby, the stadium has been filled. You have family, friends, and observers that are watching you. The ball is not only in your court, but honey, we're on a football field today. The ball is in your hand. You've already made some plans. You've set some goals. You've decided what it is that you want to do. And here's the thing that I love about football. My son Christopher, he was a beast on the football field. I love about football is you don't have to do it all in one play. What I love is you can take it yard by yard. You can get the first down. You can get the second down. If you can't throw the ball and kick it and catch it in the end zone, you always got that opportunity to hit it another way. There's so many options. Don't limit yourself. Don't say, I got to do it all at once. Baby, all I need you to do is advance. Step by step, stride by stride, advance. Today, the message is, my friends and my family, my loved ones, and those that you may decide to share this message with because you don't want to be a greedy Christian. You're somebody that you want to say, hey, I'm cheering you on, baby. You can do this. I want to share this with you. Honey, we are in the last 3 months of this year. Make it count. Make it worth the air that God has decided to put inside of your lungs. Make it worth the blood that he decides should still be warm that's running through your veins. Make it count. Don't you discredit one day. Every day matters. Every day is significant. Every day is important. If you got to go old school, go old school. Start writing it down. Get out your calendar, get out your pen, get out your journal and say, okay, today I need to do this. Tomorrow I need to do this. Next week I need to do this. Create a strategy. See, they don't just run on the football field and start playing. They have a strategy. Make it count. Hey there, Ursula says, make it count. What I told y'all, we ain't got time. And anything that comes up against you that's trying to make you drop that ball, and you see I didn't drop it, so no, I ain't got time. Make it count. Everything that comes up, that's trying to get you emotionally involved, hold on to your ball. Keep it going. Make it count. Everything that comes up and is trying to get you unfocused and to get on something else and look at this and we'll look at this and you can't do this and you can't, hold on to your ball. Keep it going. Make it count. Honey, you come too far. Ooh, I told you last week in closing, baby, you've come too far. You've come too far to be dropping balls. You're too experienced for this. You got too much wisdom under your belt. You got too many resources. God is your source. You've come too far to be dropping balls right now. We just don't have time for that. We don't have time for that. So y'all, that's my message for today. I didn't come out of a scripture, out of the Bible. I woke up and in my dignified soul, I said, God, I need the people to understand that it is October and we got 2.5 months to go and I need them to make it count. So I thank you, Holy Spirit, for giving me this message. I pray that it blesses you in some form or fashion where you finish this year strong. Where you finish it strong. You complete every goal and objective that you set out to do. And don't you do it by yourself. You keep God real close. Keep him real close, honey. Keep him real close. Because he's going to give you the air that you need to keep on going. He's going to put that stride in your step so that you can make every movement worthwhile. Oh, keep him close. We need him so that we can make this thing count. Guys, that's our message for today. That's our message for today. Y'all know I love me some you. I love me some you. I'm sending y'all sweet kisses. Mwah. All the way from this Georgia heart. Oh, Lord, have mercy. From my heart, straight to yours. Guys, make it an amazing day. Make it an amazing, amazing day. And the Lord willing, next Tuesday, 11:30, live. We're going to come back together again and see what God has to say. I'll see y'all next time.